Hello everyone, we will be seeing short-run equilibrium of firm under perfect competition. So a firm is in equilibrium where the marginal cost equals marginal revenue. It means that जितनी कॉस्ट एक फर्म को लग रही है उतना वो कमा भी पा रहा है. So the spending that a particular firm does in order to manufacture one more additional unit is being recovered by the firm in an adequate manner. That's what this signifies. So there are two conditions which have to be satisfied in order to have an equilibrium of a firm in a perfect competition. So let's see those conditions. Conditions for attaining equilibrium in short run. So the first condition for having an equilibrium in the short run is that marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue, and the second condition states that equilibrium is attained or marginal cost curve should cut the marginal revenue curve from below. So let's see as to what it means. So we'll be drawing a diagram for it. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. On the y-axis we have the price, and on the x-axis we have output. So this is the price at which the product is being sold. It means that average revenue is equal to marginal revenue. At this stage the price is determined. So the market price is this. So this is the short run marginal cost curve. Short run marginal cost, SMC, is equal to short run marginal cost curve. So at this stage what we see is that there are 2 points. This is E dash and this is E. Okay. So our condition states that marginal cost should be equal to marginal revenue at both these points, that is at E dash and E. The condition gets satisfied that marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue, but E dash जहाँ पे है वहाँ पे the second condition is not getting satisfied. It states that the marginal cost curve should cut the marginal revenue curve from below. Now what we see is that in E dash or at E dash point, the marginal cost curve cuts the marginal revenue from above. So the second condition does not get satisfied, and so we can say that the firm is not in equilibrium at E dash point. ये वाले पॉइंट पे फर्म इक्विलिब्रियम में नहीं है. On the other hand, what we see is that on the point E, the firm is in equilibrium because it satisfies both the conditions. That is, here at point E, marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue, as well as the marginal cost curve cuts the marginal revenue curve from below. So at point E, okay, what we see is that at point E, the firm is at equilibrium. The fact that firm is in equilibrium does not mean that it does not make excess profit, or it makes losses or anything. Whether the firm makes excess profits or loss depends on the average total cost at short run equilibrium. So total cost कितना होगा? Average total cost in short run determines whether the firm is earning profits or facing losses. So losses या फिर profits एक firm के average total cost के ऊपर dependent है. Let's see two different scenarios wherein a firm might be earning profit in one case. In the other case, the firm would be having loss. Okay, दो डिफरेंट केसेस है जहाँ पे एक जगह पे फर्म को प्रॉफिट्स हो रहे हैं और दूसरे जगह पे फर्म को लॉसेस हो रहे हैं. So what we would be seeing is that we would be drawing two figures and three diagrams basically. The first diagram would be saying that what is the normal scenario, or what is the general scenario in which how the firm is having profit, a normal profit. So let's draw a figure. We have y-axis, x-axis. On y-axis on x-axis we measure the output. On y-axis we measure the price. The price is determined at this level, that is here the price is signified. The price it is determined at a stage wherein the average revenue is equal to marginal revenue. Say for example, if the firm is selling this quantity of output, here we would be saying, or we would be denoting it with let's say, rather than O, we would be denoting it with A. Okay, then if for example the firm's marginal cost, okay, the firm's marginal cost is at this level, so the marginal short run marginal cost curve cuts like this. What we find is that here the equilibrium is attained. यहाँ पे equilibrium attain हो रहा है E. So let's signify it as E because the firm is having an equilibrium at this stage. So this is the short run marginal cost curve. Now if the firm's total cost, okay, अगर firm की total cost यहाँ पे है, if the total cost of the firm is at A level here, and at this stage we are able to draw an AB line over here. AB line हम लोग draw कर रहे हैं, तो firm की total cost अगर यहाँ पे पड़ रही है, what we find is that here the total cost as it is lower than the average revenue, okay, average revenue or marginal revenue. So the firm is able to attain or earn a profit equal to this shaded region. ओके, ये शेडेड रीजन जितना उसे प्रॉफिट मिल रहा है. सो इफ आई ड्रॉ अ टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व, शॉर्ट रन टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व, इट वुड बी लाइक दिस. सो दिस इज द शॉर्ट रन टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व. ओके, short run total cost curve, short run average total cost curve. So what we find is that it is below the price, okay, it is below the price, so the firm is able to earn the shaded region as profit. ये जो येलो कलर का रीजन है वो फर्म का प्रॉफिट है और ये जो है वो फर्म का कॉस्ट है. This line signifies the cost of the particular firm. So in this manner we would be seeing two additional scenarios. Okay, the first scenario states that a particular firm, ये वाला जो है ये प्रॉफिट वाला सिनेरियो है. दिस इज अ प्रॉफिट मेकिंग सिनेरियो. ओके, सो लेट्स राइट डाउन. दिस इज द फर्स्ट सिनेरियो दैट वी सॉ. हियर द फर्म earns profits. Okay, firm earns profits. So as a result, what happens, because it is earning profit, here the firm will continue to produce till it does not start to make losses. Okay, एक firm business में तब तक रहेगा जब तक कि उसे फिर से उसे losses होने ना लग जाए. अब the second scenario that we would be seeing is firm starts to make loss. Firm makes losses. Now how do we know that a firm is making losses? For that, again let's draw a figure. Y axis, X axis output, Y पे हमारा price है, X पे we would be showing our output, X पे हमारा output है. Okay, now here the price is determined at, like for example at this level wherein AR is equal to MR, and the price is decided here. The output which is produced is this. This is the equilibrium point because marginal cost curve cuts the average revenue, cuts the marginal revenue from below. The short run marginal cost curve is this. Now at this stage what we would be doing is that we would be using another color. So here if the cost of the firm, okay, is above this level, okay, in order to produce something, in order to manufacture something, the firm incurs a higher amount of expenses than it is able to recover. So let's assume that this is the cost that it incurs in order to manufacture a product. Okay, ये उसका cost है. तो let's use a color in order to highlight it. So let's use this one, this color. Okay, this is the cost portion that the firm has incurred. Okay, ये उसने excess इतना खर्च कर दिया है. So when this excess expenses has been incurred by a firm in order to undertake production, what we find is that here the total cost curve would be above this particular level. Okay, total cost curve जो है वो ऊपर की तरफ रहेगा. So let's draw the total cost curve. So this is the short run average total cost curve. Okay, it is above the certain point, it is above the price which has been decided by the firm, it is above the price which is determined by the firm. कितने से ऊपर है, इतने से ऊपर है. Now due to this what happens, if for example a firm keeps on producing at this stage, if a firm keeps on producing at this stage, then it would be incurring huge losses. So this is because it would be incurring huge losses. This is because by producing and earning some revenue, it might be possible that the firm is able to cover some of its fixed cost in addition to the variable cost. So if a firm is trying to keep on producing, so till when should a firm keep on producing? That is the question. Till when should a firm keep on producing? So the answer to this is a firm should keep on producing. A firm should keep on producing till the firm till it is able to cover its full variable cost and some portion of its fixed cost. Now, why this is important is because if it is unable to cover any of the portion of the fixed cost, then it is going to incur huge losses in this case. So it is important that the firm continues to produce till that stage wherein it is able to cover a part of the fixed cost as well. If it is unable to cover, if it is unable to cover any portion of its fixed cost, it should stop producing at such a scenario, because उस जगह पे he would be reaching a stage which is known as shutdown point. So when a firm is unable to cover any portion of the fixed cost, then it is said to reach a point known as shutdown point. ओके इसे हम लोग शटडाउन पॉइंट कहते हैं. शटडाउन पॉइंट ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पे फर्म बिल्कुल भी अपने फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट को कवर नहीं कर पाता है. नाउ लेट्स सी व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय शटडाउन पॉइंट विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ फिगर. सो इफ फॉर एग्जाम्पल at on y-axis again we have the price, on x-axis again we have the output. This is 0, this is x-axis. So we reach a price which is P, okay, and we are producing the output X at W R. Short run marginal cost curve cuts the average revenue from below. So this is the equilibrium point. Okay, now at W, okay, at W, if I am able to cover my variable cost, okay, so let's do it once again. If I am able to cover my short run average variable cost, SAVC is equal to short run average variable cost, then I would be able to undertake production. But what is the scenario in this case is, if I keep on continuing my production, here only I am able to cover my short run average variable cost. I am not able to cover my overall average variable cost. Okay, that is total variable cost मैं नहीं cover कर पा रही हूँ. I am not able to meet up in order to cover my short run average fixed cost. Okay, I am not able to cover my short run average fixed cost, which so my average cost, okay, my total average cost is at this level. Short run average total cost. ओके, शॉर्ट रन एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट मेरा यहाँ पे है, उसे मैं यहाँ पे कवर नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. शॉर्ट रन एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट, शॉर्ट रन एवरेज total cost. I am not able to meet up the entire total cost. Then I should not be undertaking production at this stage. Why? Because here मेरा total cost यहाँ पे है. तो ये जो portion है which is uncovered, which is not yet covered, which is not being able to be satisfied by the variable by the price that I have determined. This is the loss that I would be making, and if it keeps on accumulating, I will not be able to continue the production. So at this stage, that is at W, because I am not able to cover my total average cost, I would be attaining a point which is known as shutdown point. So W is equal to shutdown point for this firm. Shutdown point for the firm. So in the next lecture or in the next part, we will be seeing short run equilibrium of the industry. Thank you everyone.